Hello friends, welcome to Golden Angel Tarot. For this reading, I'm going to talk about Saturn in Aries. So, as you know, Saturn entered Aries in May, and it will continue until August 31st in Aries. In September, it will retrograde back into Pisces for a final review of unfinished business. And after February 13th, 2026, until April 12th, 2028, Saturn will continue in Aries. When we talk about Saturn, this is the ruler of the zodiac signs Capricorn and Aquarius. Capricorn restricts mostly on the career work topics, and Aquarius looks for expansion more in the community or collective area. So for Saturn is the discipline, your frustrations, your karma. Saturn creates delays based on where the planet is located or which house it is located, and teaches you lessons. So we are expected to learn things from this, again according to the house and the planets that we possess in our natal chart. And if you fulfill your responsibilities, if you discipline yourself and learn the lessons in the according house or according sign, zodiac sign, then if Saturn decides you have learned your lessons, it will bring its permanent reward. So once you learn the lesson will not repeat itself. If you don't know your natal chart, of course you'll be listening according to your sun sign, maybe your rising. So basically I would suggest listening to your sun sign, rising and moon sign. But if you know your natal chart, whichever house is getting the transit, you can also listen to that reading too. So I'm going to pull these oracle cards beforehand in the name of saving time. Then I will pull tarot cards to learn the lessons, the prize, the blockages. So let's start. Quick reminder before we start: if you like the readings, don't forget to hit the like button. I will be happily welcoming you to my soul tribe. And if you'd like to listen to follow more readings from Golden Angel Tarot, you can consider subscribing. So thank you in advance. Hello, Virgo. So, dearest Virgo, I do not like to be like doom and gloom kind. But before I started pulling your cards, I had a headache, migraine kind of headache, and now I don't have any. And outside, people kept slamming the doors of cars, and then I had a trouble with my light bulb. So the energy I get here is also the card here for Virgo says digests. So this transition might feel like a headache to you because my head was pounding. It might feel like you feel like some things are slamming in your head, or some people, things, opportunities are slamming on your face. You might have trouble with your physical world. material worlds, your career maybe. So this is the beginning energy, not to be of a pessimist, but this might feel a little harsh on you during this time. So I pulled cards beforehand to save time. So after we talk about oracle cards, we will draw some tarot and talk about other stuff. So the first card here is Transit's Surroundings, number 55, bottom of the deck, South Node, Past Lives, and number 33. So here I get this energy, like this thorn kind of energy is piercing through this planet, and here I feel like you are going to be in the center. You know, the blue is like a healing effect for me, so you will retreat to your inner world and trying to mitigate, trying to find a common ground, find a practical solution to things happening on the outer world is what I get. Again, 33, 55, doubles are 3s and 5s, might be a synchronicity for you. Also 5 is about changes and learning through changes, the experiencing through changes. Might be good, might be bad. Let's hope for the better. And also I'm seeing on my time now it's 7:33, so now 3s are more prominent here, and 3s are communication, expansion, cooperation. What I get here is with the past life and South Node, I get the feeling of karma, past karma. So during this transition, your old habits, your old relationships, the way of doing things, the old way, might be your constraint, your might strain you, might be tough for you, so you might have to find new ways to do old things, or you might need to dive deep, like this also color of like marine sea blue. So you might have to dive deep to find some solutions or find some peace in your life. And the other card I get is Spring. See your seeds grow. So again, we all have some hardships, some troubles, but among all these things, still you should continue to sprint, like this wild hare. Wild hare in Celtic tradition talks about changes, rebirths, finding new ways, and also, like I said, jumping happily. The energy I get is like, although with all these difficulties and constraints, you should continue pursuing things with enthusiasm. And bottom of the deck is Snake, Shed Old Skin. And see, like green and like bluish, petroleum blue kind of thing. So again, like what I get with the, you know, the blue deep sea card, and also sea, water, might talk about our subconscious, our intuition, our gut feelings, our wisdom that comes from within, or our past lives or past experiences. So after this transit, I think you'll be shedding old skin, and like I said, finding new ways to old things, old people, old relation, old career maybe. You'll be changing a lot is what I get here. And then here 2 cards wanted to come out. So the first card is Duality, Many Meanings, Misunderstanding. So you might feel also the number is 36 if it means anything to anyone. Again, 3 is communication, 6 is harmony, community, your family, need for balance. Again, with your card, I didn't draw this card, this is the Virgo card, but number 6 is there, so you might have misunderstandings regarding your communication or the things, the job, the physical things, or more spiritual things that you want to expand might cause some misunderstandings. And also, like here, she's holding, this is Mary Magdalene figure, I think, and she's holding this skull. So skull always gives me this feeling of death, rebirth, death card in tarot. And she has the knowledge also. Red and white talks about again duality, inner world, outer world, feminine, masculine, material, spiritual kind of thing. So I think you will have to face the duality of things in your immediate surroundings in your life during this period. And this card is number 29, wisdom, learning, joy, art, music. So I see again 2s here. That gives me this feeling of harmony, and swans are also could mean love, relationship, soulmates, twin flame kind of thing, representation, but also our togetherness with our inner world and outer world. So you will, I think, during this hardship, because I had get this like light blue, light pink color, and during these hard times, I think learning new things, finding things that are joyful, getting yourself, immersing yourself in art, music, and finding hobbies that make you happy might get you through this transition. And bottom of the deck is deep feelings, deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences. Again, we have a lot of past life karma energy here, you know, like with the South Node past life here with this card and shed old skin card. So I sense a lot of karma, past life things that needs retrospection and maybe some fixing kind of energy. And here she has this triangle on top of her head. Triangles, again, 3 is prominent here. Number 15 is the card's number. It might mean something for you, synchronicity kind of thing. And 3s also talk about, since we talked about past lives and time and karma, this might mean like past, future, and now. So you might be forced to face your past relationships, people from past, your karma maybe. Karma doesn't have to be a bad thing, it can be a good thing or bad thing, so don't get it in a negative way. But unknown feelings, and maybe you'll be invited to go deep, go back and think about your past habits, the way you do things. Is there anything that new that you need to add? For these 3 cards, we have the womb, 46. Again, 4 is about stability, 6 is again harmony. So 3s, 5s, 6s are quite prominent for me, popping out. And the forest, 35, 36, again 3s and 6s. And the father, number 2. So again, we talked about duality, and what I get here is something will be born, or something waiting to be born. Again, here, see your seeds grow. So this is an egg, a seed, something that is waiting. And also like this triangle. Downside triangle talks about manifestation, making things happen, and from this confident ego self and the roots and stability, something that is waiting to be born, which leads you to more sustainable place, is waiting. So now is the incubation period, and at the end of this period, during this, like, this is the middle card, so what I get here is, there's this, again, green heart space with this snake card, like greens, that popped out for me, greens and blues. So in the forest, sometimes it's hard to see our, it's not a clear vision, a lot of trees there, it's hard to look away, and like you have to go to a higher ground and look from top to down to see something, like in the wild, in the survival things, they try to find a higher ground to see where they're going or where to go next. So I think to reach your goals, to grow the seed, whatever it may be, it could be a project, a relationship, something about yourself, maybe some skill you want to learn. In order to do that, because like I see all these colors can be about anything, maybe learning how to communicate better, first you have to go through this big bunch of dark forests, a lot of trees, between trees, kind of maybe obstacles for you that prevents you from seeing the whole picture or clear, bigger picture. And father figure here also talks about duality to me. So fathers are basically human, and they are not invincible. They are heroes, but they are human. They know a lot of things, they know best, but also they don't know everything. They make mistakes. So this is like black and white, sharp, strict thinking, and this side is more coming from the heart space, healing, and more intuitive side. So again, to grow something out of like ground zero, there's something waiting to be born, but some obstacles need to be passed. You need to pass through these hardships. And bottom of the deck is the 1 and number 30, again 3 and 0. So 3, we talked about 3, I'm not gonna repeat it. 0 is the number of non-duality, like 0 has this and that, everything, all the potential, the whole potential. So from duality to non-duality, I think you will get things together, may it be your inner world, may it be your outer world. Also this one wanted to show the destroyer, 23, again 2s and 3s. Destroyer talks about destroying our old habits. See, there's this owl here, old cycles, but there's a silver lining at the end. Like from the darkness, it seems like the whole dark point is the light, and I see these look like coins to me. So this mostly would be more about your material world, your surroundings. You're expected to destroy these habits in order to reach this wholeness, the oneness. Again, duality here, and your projection is coming together, whether it be inside yourself or your material, tangible world. Again, we have this like a rock, stability. I see like this circles, very much like this card. So you are sitting on top of the circumstances, but owl, again, a white owl, so pure intentions, wisdom with pure intentions, and the moon here. So again, the forest here we see, and there's a stag behind, like unknown, it is not clear, like in the shadows. So it is like the forest here, unknown at the moment, but after this transit things will be revealed to you. And somehow I felt like these are mushrooms, but at first it felt like chicks to me, you know, like chicks before they become chicken, hens and they need to grow. So again, this talks about the beginning of things and like more than one thing, maybe all your surrounding. So the card says, never be afraid to voice your truth. Its truth comes from a deep place within your soul. Normally Virgo is analytic. They're sometimes they're organized, analytic, fixers. They serve people, they like being in good service, but they can be, if they're falling on the shadow side, could be a little bit critical. So what I get here is come from the heart space, talk with empathy and mercy, but don't deny your truth, is the energy I get here. So we talked about hardships, so I want to check the blockages, frustrations and delays here. So what could be the blockages, frustrations and delays for my Virgos? So first card here is 8 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles gives me the idea of work. Virgos like to work, like to organize. So your blockage would be maybe fixating too much on, because I see here the man has the eyes closed, so doing things blindly, and he's trying to get the feminine to his side, but feminine seems uninterested. So this doesn't have to be people. This could be your workplace, your colleagues, but also this could be you. Your masculine side is doing things, but feminine side is not agreeing with you. So more than imposing or focusing on like productivity, maybe you need to, again, we talked about art, joy, music, you need to lean on a little bit on your fun side instead of obsessing over fixing and organizing things. You could lean on more joyful aspects to make you happy. What else? What are the blockages, delays and frustrations? Okay, this one wants to come out. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Again, this is a lot, gives me a lot about material world or health. So you might be too slow to make some changes, to find common ground or invest in things. So here there's a seed, but you need to be more willing instead of obsessing over little details. And this is 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups is here again. This person, her eyes are again closed, so that's why I picked this deck for the blockages, obstructions. This person has a lot of circumstances, options around, but unable to see. Seems like they're unable to see it. So again, like this forest, you might see a lot of obstacles instead of options, is the energy I get. And Queen of Wands. So this queen, eyes closed, looks uninterested. The wand signifies beginnings regarding, it could be a project, it could be something that gives you joy, passion, could be your relations with your surroundings. So instead of finding the fun, joy and new opportunity, instead of seeing that, you might feel uninterested and maybe focusing on, and she's like looking back. So looking in the future, you might feel confused, and you might be always, and also like Page of Pentacles is looking back, like since we get all these past karma, old habit energies and cards, you might be too focused on the past. And 5 of Cups. Again, Cups. So 2 cups behind him, opportunities, but he is focused on being sad over spilled cups. So 5, again, 5s here. Yeah, like here also I see these butterflies here on top. So instead of making tweaks and trying to be more easygoing with life, don't solely focus on your frustrations. And this one wants to come 2 of Pentacles, again a lot of Pentacles, so a lot of things regarding, again, she's doing things blindly and she's trying to balance things, but they don't seem to be coming to a balanced state, you know. So again, your health, your work, your career, your surroundings, your material, home, job, car, I don't know, whatever feels like physical world to you might push you. I'm gonna take this as a last card. Ace of Pentacles again. Ace of Pentacles talks about starting something new. We talked about seeds. I have a lot of reluctance to start something tangible. So if you have something on your mind, go for it. Go for it. Don't be too stuck. Don't be too negative about it. Don't be obsessed over it. I said I'm gonna take one more, but this other card wants to come up too, I think. So again, this person, this figure also looks back. So King of Swords. King of Swords is pure logic and not emotional, not on the fun side. They're in control, but on the negative aspect, shadow aspect is, see, he has this one sword here, so like Ace of Swords vibe for me. Ace of Swords is clarity. Ace of Swords is new thoughts, new seed of thoughts maybe. So I think you are lacking clarity in some matter because you are too bitter about life. And again, I see the dragonflies here, so you can see the dragonfly, you can see your surroundings because you're too fixated on being right, being logical, being organized, but you are missing out on the fun aspect of life. And the Empress, again, 3s pop out a lot, and she is sitting in her chair in her garden, but all she thinks about is like how hot the sun is, how irritated she is, you know, the energy I get here is, and she is looking forward, but also like turning a blind eye on all these blockages. So maybe because, like I said, Virgo is a clever sign, they are good at analyzing things. So probably you have analyzed these and also already know these things, but you might be reluctant to do the change also because the earth signs are more grounded energies. They are not quick to reply to changes or make the necessary changes immediately. And how can you alchemize, transform these blockages and frustrations? So how can you alchemize this? I'm gonna shuffle a bit more. Okay, so the High Priestess, again number 2, and the mushroom in the middle is extending far and beyond. So be more open-minded, look to the future instead of being stuck. Find ways to grow yourself, making yourself more open to the outer world. And your intuition, follow your intuition, because we talked about this in the owl sitting on top of this rock. The owl represents you for me. You have the wisdom already. You're analytical, you're logical, so just try to cooperate your emotional and material world in a more harmonious way. And Six of Wands. So Six of Wands, again, six. We talked about it. Harmony, community. I see this like hard-working Beatles here, because you're hardworking. Orange gives me this energy of a project, career, more material aspect, or again, womb, something beginning, a new career, a new title, new responsibilities, or regarding your health, new habits, or new treatments. I don't know what is your situation, because it's collective. There are a lot of possibilities, but what I get here is go with the wind. And Six of Wands talks about victory, being successful. So believe that you'll be successful. Believe in yourself. Don't be so on the stingy parts. And the Star, again, beautiful cards, like this yellows and the water dripping down here, or the nectar, or whatever you feel like. What I get here is a lot of abundance. And like I see this bird flying high above the sky, the stars. So this is time to be hopeful. Be hopeful, be motivated, because this is a beautiful card. This eliminates all the negative cards in the deck, and like 17. So sevens, this confusion, this being unable to see the opportunities, the options, is maybe if you look from a more positive, hopeful side, you'll be able to see that you have many options. This card wants to come out. Temperance. So Temperance again here. What I get here is 14, 4 and 1, 5. 1 is initiation, 4 is stability. So in order to reach this seed, to grow the seed, to reach this stability, you need to initiate things. If you are too focused on negative things, you might not be able to start things, and this might be your way to transform these blockages. And also I see this red bird. So red is again passionate, rooted approach. Like you are rooted, you're earth sign. So do you know what you know best. Just try to avoid the more shadow sides, negative aspects. And Three of Swords. So Three of Swords is past experiences, heartbreaks or frustrations over things, people, situations, relations. And also I get this kind of with all these threes, maybe third party situations, like you might fall back to your frustrations, might make you want to go back to old relationships, or maybe some old, because we talked about karma in past lives. Now I get this download of old people might try to sneak back into your life, and I think you should nip the bud from the start. Don't go back to old habits, old people. I mean, it's your choice, of course. You can do whatever you want. And Three of Pentacles, again, threes. And with all these blue, this blue in this card gives me this healing energy. With all the healings you do with positive thinking, you will feel, you will reach to this pentacles, this expansion in your life. And I want to take these two. So Death, number 13. Again, we talked about this might be a headache, this might be feeling like everyone might be slamming doors in your face. The opportunities might look like missed, but this talks about that, but being born with a more beautiful aspect. So ending of things doesn't mean it's a bad thing, and I see this ladybug, so this will be a lucky beginning in the end. And I see this tortoise behind. So tortoise is again stable animal. It doesn't move fast, but it is consistent. So try to stay consistent and optimistic. And Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune number 10. 10s are like 1 and 0, initiating things, and 0 with all the potentials. So initiate things, see the potentials. 10 is also about ending, so end things, people, circumstances, job, and relationships that doesn't serve you. But of course, don't be quick to jump to conclusions. You are a logical archetype, so analyze things and see what is good for you and what is not serving you. And bottom of the deck is 9 of Cups. So again, there's a frog bathing in the water, all these oranges, fun, joy, happiness. So the general energy is you'll have opportunities, you'll have joy, you'll have fun. It looks like all about your point of view and how you see things. I want to take an advice card for you. This cards give advice on. Oh, okay. It looked like I threw it, so I'm gonna put it back, and if it needs to come out, it will. Okay. All right. This one is what I get. Okay. Let's see. So this talks about again, like the Mary Magdalene here holding the scroll. I don't know if you can see it. She's holding this book. This talks about wisdom, esoteric knowledge, spiritual knowledge, you can say. And also this star looks like a looks like this north-south kind of wheel, kind of finding your way, your map. So we talked about south node, finding your north node might be your way is through knowledge. Increase your knowledge, your training, if you need to take education on some aspects, some skills you need to hone. Try to be on that side. So the scroll, the knowledge, the book gives me that energy. So knowledge, this also talks about spells and spell work, but I don't get it like that. So this talks about inner or outer transformation. So again, we talked about you'll be transforming a lot during this season, during this transit. Deep blue is the color, or purple. We talked about, I've seen blues and purple. Intuition, your inner world. So this card represents the element of air or ether, the soul. So again, maybe getting a little bit of more hopeful, getting spiritual works, spiritual topics in your life might make you feel easy during this transit. And talks about Sagittarius and Pisces. So again, Pisces, like you, Pisces also likes to serve the community, be useful, be of service, also empathic to people's emotions, being good to community. And again, with the Sagittarius, be on the lighter side, like travel, have fun, expand your knowledge is what I get. Also meditation, going deep, because wisdom, we talked about it, maybe going deep in your core and finding healing might be possible during this time. Also talks about for your relationships, could be romantic or non-romantic, bonding deeply might increase your quality of your relationships. So for health-wise, card advises to take care of our mental space. So again, be rooted, be grounded. Also this color red is giving me this like stability energy, root chakra energy. So try not to get out of the track with every obstacle. So yes, what I get here is you might be more, you might find a cure, you might find your positive sides with, again, these two cards gives me this summary. I think art, joy, being on the lighter sides, being into more maybe spiritual or more deep information instead of being obsessive and logical all the time could be your solution. So this was your reading. Love and peace, friends. Bye.